And joining me now is Elizabeth Dias, national religion correspondent for the New York Times. She is also the co-author of The Fall of Roe, The Rise of a New America. Elizabeth, thank you for joining me. I do want to begin on this vote by the Southern Baptist Convention. It's not a ban, so tell us what does this vote? Tell us, why did they choose to hold it? And as we talk about the largest Protestant denomination in the country, is there consensus on the ethics of IVF?
This was a monumental decision by the delegates at the Southern Baptist Convention. It's the first time that this movement, which, as you said, is the largest Protestant denomination in the U.S., it's the first time that they've made this formal statement about IVF. And this is so important because what we've watched since the overturning of Roe, and even in the Supreme Court decisions, right, the fight to further limit access to abortion, we're seeing this doubling down by a conservative Christian minority of the country that is eager to press ahead with their goals, not just of limiting abortion, but of taking that to its logical conclusion. So that is what happens if you have a religious belief that life begins at conception. A group of Southern Baptists decided, okay, we have to follow that through. Let's put forward a measure to oppose IVF. And this is already controversial within the community. That's a denomination of 13 million people. This is a group of 10,000 that voted for this, but it's quite dramatic.
That's striking that 10,000 voted, representing a group of about 13 million in this country. How does the approach to IVF sort of compare to other Christian denominations?
Well, Catholics, actually, their theology tends to be more opposing of IVF than evangelical traditions, but there's been a move recently over the last several years, maybe this past decade, of emerging of conservative Catholic and evangelical ideologies, largely because of politics, right? We're watching politics shape the American church, not just church shape our politics in this country. So what happens next, I think, especially for evangelical millennial women who were very vocal after the Alabama ruling, saying their great fears about what this could mean, I'm very curious to see what they do next. But we have to pay attention to what's happening with the role of religion, and especially Christianity, in changing the very makeup of American families.
And Elizabeth, let's put this in a little bit of political context here, which we can't ignore, right? This comes just months after the Alabama court ruling, and as lawmakers in Washington are grappling, obviously, with potential protections for IVF. What kind of political influence does a group like the Southern Baptist Convention that we saw today have on issues like this? What does it tell us about the way this debate's going to go in Washington as we move forward?
Well, it's notable that former President Trump addressed a segment of this at this very same conference, right? And he, even though he has been more vocal, saying things like he would protect IVF, he also is continuing to court this hard edge of the conservative Christian right. And when he was, the particular section he was speaking to was actually the group within this convention that wants the total abolition of abortion, often without exceptions of any kind. So they are influential, they're very active in politics. And as our book, The Fall of Roe, The Rise of a New America documents, it was this more under the radar network of conservative Christians who worked for years, ultimately resulting in the overturning of Roe v. Wade. And so...
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just going to say, as a final thought, I just wanted your take, given you cover the intersection of this topic and religion, of course, and given the Mifepristone ruling today by the nation's highest court, what you're hearing within those communities in reaction to that, and you know, to the point that a lot of the president himself was saying, this seems like a fight that is not done yet.
Well, the lawyers who were arguing to restrict Mifepristone, who lost today, they're with the Alliance Defending Freedom. They were major players in the overturning of Roe v. Wade. We document all their behind-the-scenes work in the book. And they're not stopping, right? This is a long game. This is a movement that thinks in generations, not just political cycles. And so for them, it's a loss, but it's not the end.
Elizabeth Dias, we really appreciate your time and expertise.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.